Hi everyone and welcome back. This video I'm going to talk about denying the antecedent, which is a formal fallacy. Let's get started. So, denying the antecedent is a fallacy that has this form. So premise 1 states if P then Q. Premise 2 states not P. Conclusion is not Q. So in English you would say if P then Q. So if P is true, you think Q is following. And then premise 2 is not P, so we're negating this antecedent. And the conclusion, which this is a false conclusion to draw, is that not Q follows. So let's give an example verbally of maybe why this is false. So if I go to the movies, then I get popcorn, right? That's the form if P then Q. In this case, P is if I go to the movies, and Q is I will get popcorn. 2, I didn't go to the movies. Okay, so that means the first part of this statement is false, so that's not P. And then finally, if we go down a little bit more, I didn't get popcorn. So the point is it true that I didn't get popcorn, given the fact that I didn't go to the movies? Well, ask yourself that question. Can you think of a way where this whole structure is false? Is it possible that I can eat popcorn at home without going to the movies? Is it possible that I can, eat popcorn at a friend's house or something? Of course it is, which means it's not logically following that just because I don't go to the movies, I don't get popcorn. Right? That's the point of this fallacy. It's an invalid jump of reasoning to go from premise 1 and premise 2 to the conclusion. It may turn out that sometimes it's true, but it's not guaranteed to be true. And since it's not guaranteed to be true, it's not a deductive rule of logic. Cool. So let me just give one more example with more complex symbols, which is if you had not P implies not Q. Well, denying the first premise would make it not P, which of course is just P, which we can put that here if we wanted to. That's just P. Let's capitalize that. That's just P. And then the conclusion would be not Q. So the reason why I have this example on the side is it's the structure. So whatever is the antecedent, in this case not P, that's what gets negated. So it becomes not P. Just like in this example, we had P, we negate P to get not P. So whatever is here, just be sure that you're negating it, in this case for the fallacy. To understand the structure of the fallacy, you have to understand that you're always negating the thing before the conditional sign. So the antecedent of the conditional. If you get that piece, then that's what premise 2 is. And then the conclusion is the negation of the antecedent, of the consequent. And that would be not Q. So the point here being the structure is the same depending on how you want to format it. But in this first example, this is the simple version that you'll tend to see. But you could make it more complicated. You could have nots in there. You could have larger statements with ands and ors. But just for simplicity, the example is this structure, and a more complicated example would look like this. So, nothing else there. So that's pretty much the fallacy of denying the antecedent. Now, if you wanted to prove that this was a fallacy, one way you can do that is you can make a truth table with premise 1, premise 2, and the conclusion. And you can find out through the truth table whether or not it's deductively true, and you'll find out that it's not, because that's why it's a fallacy. So that's something that is helpful, and I might go into a video in that, but I'm going to first knock out all of the fallacies so that there's a video out there for the different fallacies that we'll encounter. That's it. Thanks so much. Bye.